Hey guys, what's going on? Pastor Mike Rule coming to you live from the Loffice of Highlands Bible Church on this glorious Wednesday, as always giving you a preview of what's coming up this week at Highlands Bible Church. Today being Wednesday, super excited because we will start our midweek study once again. We will be looking at giants of the faith all the way through the spring, looking at the historical figures of yesterday. I fell asleep. I bored myself. No, that's the reaction we don't want, because what do we have to learn from the historical figures? We have lots to learn. And the point is, I don't want this to be a didactic, nerd lecture. I want this to be transformational in the sense, here's the big question. What do the giants of the faith, what does historical theology, what does church history have to do with me living as a Christian today? And it has a lot to do with us living as a Christian today. Case in point, we're going to be studying Augustine tonight, the Bishop of Hippo, and we are going to look at things like salvation. Is God sovereign in salvation, or did I save myself? Did I pray the prayer? How does that work? Where's God's grace if he is sovereign? How do I live as a Christian? How do I grow mature? How do I fight sin? Here's a big question that Augustine wrestled with. How do I find fulfillment in Christ alone? How do I fight for joy in Jesus above all the other distractions that the world has? So that's why we study historical theology. Two important notes about tonight. We will be 6:30 p.m. right here in the Loffice, okay? So midweek study will be in the Loffice. Also, if you're not able to be here in person, we will be live streaming, but we will only be live streaming to Facebook because YouTube's terrible. It's a technical thing with the camera that I'm using. You don't need to know. But Facebook's terrible, YouTube's terrible, but we'll use them for the glory of God and the gospel. So if you're not able to join us in person, join us on Facebook and for our midweek study tonight. Also, Sunday morning coming up, we're going to worship together at 9:30 a.m., sing together, fellowship together, encourage one another in living lives that are glorifying to God as Christians in Sussex County. But we also will be in Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 through 20. I don't know why I keep confusing that in my head. But we are going to be answering this big question from the text. Who do you say Jesus is? That's the question that Jesus levels at his disciples, and they're speechless. And Peter, of course, is the one who jumps up and answers the question. And the Bible is not unclear about who it claims Jesus to be. If you've heard that the Bible never claims that Jesus is God, that Jesus never claimed to be God, that's false, because the Bible clearly proclaims Jesus as God, and we will see that this week. Peter responds, "You are the Christ, the Messiah, God in the flesh. You are the living God." And so, big question, who do you say Jesus is? Who is Peter? Is he just a disciple, or was he the first pope? What does it mean to bind and loosen things, and how do we do that? And it is a rich, rich passage. I hope you will join us in person Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Don't forget also Sunday night, members, everybody's welcome to attend, but members, you are expected to attend our member meeting at 5 p.m. We'll start with a dinner downstairs at 5 p.m. Please bring a meal to share. Meeting will be immediately following. I know that's the question I get all the time is, what time does the meeting start? 5 p.m. And I look at people with a little chuckle and a wink, and they're like, no, that's what time the dinner starts. I'm like, yeah, I know, but that's the meeting. That's the part of the meeting. Join us for dinner at 5 p.m. Bring a meal to share. I don't know what time the meeting's going to start. It's going to start when dinner's done. Could be 5:45, could be 5:47, could be 5:59, could be 6:03. I'm not really sure. Anyway, we are going to be affirming new elders in Paul and Piero. We're going to be approving the new budget. We're going to be welcoming 3 new members. We are going to hear from our new missionaries. We are going to hear updates from our existing missionaries. We're going to hear all about 2022 and where we're headed. We're going to hear an update on the Nehemiah Fund, which has been awesome. And we're going to close in a time of prayer for Highlands Bible Church. And so we hope that you will join us Sunday night at 5 p.m. And that is all that I have for us today. So I thank you for joining us, and I hope you guys will have a great weekend and we'll see you on Sunday.